is all about Venn diagrams. If you haven't heard what a Venn diagram is, I'll show you very soon what a Venn diagram is. But we're going to use them to calculate the probability of events using obviously these things are called Venn diagrams. Okay, so write that down, title, learning goal. Now here's a Venn diagram. This is talking about, so the title is bears, so it's bears. There's black bears in the world, there's polar bears, and then there's pandas, which are both black and white. So it's a little bit of a joke, but it actually gives a really good example of what we could use in Venn diagrams. Okay, so the best way I know how to do things is just do an example here. So we've got 27 students in a class. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a Venn diagram. So I'm just going to make a big Venn diagram here. Now, there's 27 students. That will become very important very soon in the class. And we're going to draw a Venn diagram to describe their use of social media. So there's two things here. 15 students have an Instagram account. So 15 is important. And 11 students have Snapchat. And 8 students have both accounts. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw two circles, one to describe Instagram and the other one to describe Snapchat. So I'm going to use this one for Instagram, so I'm going to put I at the top of here, and this will be Snapchat. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the bit in between first, this bit in here. So that's where the crossover of students that have both Instagram and Snapchat occurs. That will be the easiest way to start. So there are 8 students that have both Instagram and Snapchat. And now I'm going to fill out the rest of the information. This example says that there are 15 students who have Instagram. It doesn't say how many students have only Instagram. It says how many students have an Instagram account. So we have to add the 8 students, because those 8 students have Instagram. They also have Snapchat, but in this case we don't care. So 8 plus what equals 15? Well, that will be 7. All right, because 7 plus 8 is 15. So that means that in this whole circle, all right, there are 15 students who have Instagram. So hopefully that's clear. All right. Now the next part is there are 11 students who have Snapchat. So we have to use the same kind of logic. We've got 8 students in here who have Snapchat. So how many more to make 11? It would be 3, because 8 plus 3 equals 11. So that means, so I'm going to use the same example, that all the students here, the total amount of students here is 11, and that's who has Snapchat. It doesn't say only Snapchat, it says have a Snapchat account. Now there's one other piece of information that's really important, and that's this 27 up here. Okay, there are 27 students. Now in these two circles in the part of the Venn diagram, we have not used 27 students. We have 7 plus 8 plus 3, which is actually 18 students. So where do we put the rest of the students that add up to 27? Well, we put them outside of these circles but inside the box. So that'll be 9 students, because 18 plus 9 is 27. So what does that tell us? We have 9 students that don't have Snapchat or don't have Instagram. All right, that like they may be on social media but not on those two platforms. All right, so let's answer these questions. How many students have only an Instagram account? Well, this is what the beauty of the Venn diagram is, that you can see the part that is only Instagram there. We can't do this because that's both Snapchat and Instagram. So how many students are there? Students with only Instagram, there are 7. Okay. The next one is how many students only have a Snapchat account? So only a Snapchat account. So that'll be this people here. So that looks like 3. All right. And then C goes how many students don't have it should be an Instagram or Snapchat account, and that's the people outside of these two circles, because those two circles describe Instagram and Snapchat. So that is 9. Okay. Now let's use this in probability. What's the probability? I'm going to do A as a probability. What's the probability that the students in this class have an Instagram account? So I'm going to go probability, Insta. How many students is there? Well, there's 7 out of how many students in total? 27. Okay. So that's how we will use a probability probability within Venn diagrams. So I'm going to do C as a probability. So let's go, what's the probability of finding a student that doesn't have Instagram or Snapchat? So we go, don't have Insta or Snapchat. So how many students are there? There's 9 out of a total of 27. Now I can reduce that fraction, although this is still correct. You'll never get it wrong unless it tells you to in its simplest form, and that will reduce to 1/3. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Peace out.